Ladies and gentlemen, from the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace and Justice, Deacon Gerald Celente.
Hello, everyone. This is Deacon Gerald Celente, the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace and Justice. And we just had the Easter weekend. And, of course, it's the Good Friday. I don't know why they call it a Good Friday. Christ was on the cross. It wasn't a great Friday. And my mother, may she rest in peace, died on Good Friday. But this is a cover of your Trends Journal magazine going back to 2011. And Jesus Christ becomes angry. And, would you call it violent? For making a whip to drive the money changers out of the temple? Oh yeah, the money changers. What do we got here? JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi, Goldman Sachs. Nothing's changed. This is an article, and it came out on April 1st, April Fool's Day. And it's not an April Fool's Day. It's a 300 and, how many days in the, it was 356 days. It's not an April Fool's Day. It's 365 days of fools in charge of running and ruining our lives. So this is an article from Wall Street on Parade. It's a terrific site. It's the only one that really pulls the crime syndicate, the banksters, to show the people how bad they are. And it's by Pam and Russ Martins. And the headline, again, going back to Jesus Christ, 3 days after he drives the money changers out of the temple, he's on the cross. Jamie Dimon huddles in private with Biden bigwigs, and his bank faces more crime charges. Oh, crime charges. Remember that time in 2016 when Attorney General Loretta Lynch decided she would take a private meeting with Bill Clinton on her plane as it was parked on the tarmac in Phoenix, while his wife, Hillary Clinton, who I call Hitlery Clinton, considering her love for all those wars and how happy she was when she's doing the interview, and the interviewer said to her, "How did you feel when you heard that Colonel Gaddafi was murdered?" "We came, we saw, he died. He. That's the Hillary Clinton." And I could go on, but don't want to waste my time. Hillary Clinton was under federal investigation for using an unsafe private email server and a New York home to receive classified government emails when she was Secretary of State. When President Biden's Vice President, Kamala Harris, and his Chief of Staff, Jeff Zients, did in mid-March was equally scandalous. Harris had, quote, one-on-one lunch in the White House with Jamie Dimon, the chairman and CEO, you ready, of the most crime-riddled bank in the United States. Crime-ridden bank. I believe they were convicted of 5 felonies. But Jamie Dimon doesn't go to jail. No, I go to the White House. All right, we're running the country. Oh, who's the Secretary of State in the United States? The former Fed head, Janet Yellen, in charge as the Secretary of the Treasury. Nothing has changed. The bankster bandits, the military-industrial complex, they're running the show. And of course, what did change, now you got the geeks. They got it wrong in the St. James Bible. They said the meek shall inherit the earth. The geeks have inherited the earth. And of course, the drug dealers. Oh, excuse me, big pharma. Yeah. Get that COVID jab. Get that COVID jab. No jab, no job. Operation Warp Speed. First gene therapy inoculation ever injected into the human body. It's perfect. Hey. Am I angry? Was Jesus Christ angry? He who is not angry when there is just cause for anger is immoral. Why? Because anger looks to the good of justice. And if you could live amid injustice without anger, you are immoral as well as unjust. St. Thomas Aquinas. So speaking of immorality, and where is the anger at the slaughter in front of everybody's eyes of the Palestinian people in Gaza? Right in front of everybody's eyes. Look at all these buildings they blew up. Look at all the schools. Look at all the hospitals they destroyed. We're getting Hamas. They're hiding there. Who are you talking to? We're talking to the average stupid person and the politicians we pay off. That's who we're talking to. Getting Hamas. You're leveling it to steal more land. The International Court of Justice issued a new provisional measure aimed at Israel on Thursday. This is Associated Press. Ordering it to increase the provisions of basic humanitarian goods to the Gaza Strip, including food, water, fuel, and shelter. Quote, the catastrophic living conditions of the Palestinians in Gaza have been deteriorated further, in particular in view of the prolonged and widespread deprivation of food and other basic necessities to which the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip have been subjected, the court said in its decision. Yep. Yeah, nice. Imagine if these were Jewish people in Gaza and the Palestinians were doing this to them. Oh my God, how terrible. But no, America supports them. America loves the murder. How they love. You didn't like the Korean War? How about the Vietnam War? Well, I like the first Iraq War. Well, I like the second one much better. Killed a lot more people and only cost a couple of $1 trillion more to do. You love the Afghan War. That's America. What it's become. We have evil people running our lives. And again, it's not only America. They call it democracy. Here, this is the cover of this week's Trends Journal. We're not doing last week's, I should say. We're taking a break this week because we're putting out a magazine like nothing else in the world, and we're working very hard. So in celebration of Easter, we're taking off. U.S. envoy accuses Israel of genocide in Gaza. Israeli actions in Gaza qualify as genocide on at least 3 grounds, according to the UN Human Rights Council head Francesca Albanese. The overwhelming nature and scale of Israel's assault on Gaza and the destructive conditions of life it has inflicted reveal an intent to physically destroy Palestinians as a group. Yep, because the definition of genocide, the deliberate and systematic destruction of a group of people because of their ethnicity, nationality, religion, or race. And that's what you got. And the United States supports it. Biden, Obama, and Clinton defend U.S.-Israeli slaughter of Palestinians at a record $26 million fundraiser. This is from World Socialist website. The fundraiser, described in the press as, quote, star-studded. Star-studded. What stars? Comedians? Actors? Oh, no, they're star-studded. And the people are much better than the rest of us. We're just plantation workers of Slavelandia. And elite, that's the word they use. Elite, we're just nobodies. Raked in $26 million, according to the Biden campaign, with tickets ranging from $225, that's not bad, to $500,000. Yep. Clinton and Obama categorically defended Biden's policy in Gaza, the genocide slaughter, and declared their support for Israeli state. When a protester interrupted Obama, the former president snapped back. You can't just talk and not listen. That's what the other side does. Oh, talk, not listen? You mean swallow your crap and not allowed to say it? That's right. You're an American. You do as we tell you to do. If you don't do what we tell you to do, you will pay the price. And if you don't believe what I, among the elites, say, you believe in misinformation. You better get that jab. That's what's happening to America. Yep. Want to know how bad it is? This congressman, Tim Walberg, this guy pretends to be a preacher and a deacon. Yeah. Yeah, the deacon of hell. Yep. Rather than provide humanitarian aid to Gaza in the U.S., he said that U.S. should ensure it is subjected to atomic bombing that Nagasaki and Hiroshima were at the end of the Second War. Yep. He goes, it should be like Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and that Israel is our greatest ally, arguably, in the world. Ally? An ally? Oh, that's right. You love death. I forgot. You're a repulsive kin, Democrat, whatever you are. You keep supporting war. So, of course, Israel is our greatest ally, because you love that slaughter. Yep. Walberg also spoke in favor of affording similar treatment to Ukraine. Defeat Putin quick, he said. Yep. Isn't that nice? This is last Friday. Good Friday. U.S. signs off on more bombs and warplanes for Israel, the Washington Post reports. All of this garbage coming out of the warmongering little mouths of a Chucky Schumer. Oh, Netanyahu's doing a bad thing. He should go. And all the rest of them. Oh, too many Palestinians are being hurt. As they send more bombs to kill them. Where is the anger? Where is the outrage? None. Or very few, I should say. The people that are protesting, God bless them. Yep. Despite expressing concern about civilian casualties in Gaza, the White House arms package includes more than 1,800 MK-82, 84, 2,000-pound bombs. Again, look at the destruction. Look at these buildings being destroyed. Some 70% of the homes of the Palestinian people have been destroyed. Most of the hospitals, schools, mosques, blown apart. But Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin hosted Israeli Defense Minister Gallant in Washington this past week and declared that the U.S.-Israel military relationship is unshakable. Gallant, our security bond is unshakable. The United States is Israel's closest friend, and that won't change. Coming out of the mouth of a man, how many people did you murder in Iraq, Austin? How many did you kill in Afghanistan, General Austin? A general murderer, huh? Oh, I forgot your last job was sitting on the board of Raytheon, the second largest defense contractor in the United States, before you got the job as Secretary of Defense. Yep. That's it. And more good news. Again, you're not allowed to believe in your Jesus, your Muhammad. You're not allowed to believe in any of them. I mean, listen to the president of Israel. God gave us this land. How about if I don't believe in your God, all right? I'm not telling you to believe in my God. Don't you tell me that God gave you that land. That's a fairy tale. The land wasn't always yours. But we could keep stealing as much as we want because Israel has illegally confiscated nearly 7,000 acres of land in the West Bank since Hamas attacked on October 7th. Yep. Stolen land in violation of the Geneva Convention and Article 242 of the United Nations. So the people that are fighting back when a foreign country comes in and steals your land, why, they're terrorists. Don't understand why they're fighting back. God gave us this land. We could steal all we want and throw you the hell out. Yep. But don't believe me? How about Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law? Jared Kushner calling Gaza waterfront property valuable. Jared Kushner, former President Donald Trump's son-in-law, this past Tuesday said, it's a little bit unfortunate situation there, meaning in Gaza. Little bit unfortunate? Genocide, mass murder, starvation. Over 80,000 people seriously wounded, about 33,000 dead. 40% of them children, 30% of them women. And it's unfortunate situation. You know why? But from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out of there and clean it up. Get them out of there. Clean it up. The chosen people will arrive. He added, that Israel should move the Palestinian civilians into the Negev desert in the country's southern region. Isn't that nice? Jared Kushner, stealing land. But Jared Kushner's dad, Charles, who Trump pardoned, gave $1 million to Trump campaign super PAC. Charles Kushner, the father of Donald Trump's son-in-law, and the recipient of one of the former president's final pardons, donated $1 million. So the guy was sent to jail for the crimes he committed. Hey, that's my son-in-law's father, where Netanyahu goes to stay often when he comes to America. I'll give him a pardon. Give me $1 million. That's America. And as I said, World War III's begun, only being ramped up. Israel kills dozens in airstrike in northern Syria. Oh, and now the number's up to 52. Israel airstrike in Lebanon kills 9 people. including paramedics. Yep, Israel could kill, oh, they're our greatest ally. They could kill anybody they want, anywhere they want. Oh, death toll in airstrikes attributed to Israel and Syria rose to 52. And it just keeps getting worse. And again, as you all know, and many of you joined the church when we gave out vaccination relief. If you believe in the universal church, you don't need a vaccine. God you believe in. This is from the New York Times this past Saturday, front page story. Pandemic effect, absence from school is soaring. Not a pandemic effect, a politician's effect that made up this baloney. There are 73 million 1 to 17-year-olds in America. From January 2020 to June 2023, when they stopped doing the numbers, less than 2,000 1 to 17-year-olds died from the pandemic. That's right. That's nothing. And probably more than that fell downstairs and broke their neck in 3 years. Or 3.5 years. And according to the CDC, 61% of those hospitalized were obese. Because as we know, people with pre-existing comorbidities were the victims of COVID. So, another article, why so many young Americans are suffering from mental distress. This came out on April Fool's Day and Al Jazeera. The number of young men and women suffering from depression and other mental health disorders in the United States has risen sharply since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Not the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, the start of the COVID war that destroyed the lives and livelihoods of billions of people around the world. The damage is incalculable. But hey, the politicians tell you what to do. And as the cover of our magazine shows, democracy. Yep, an idiot's delight. So please do what you can to help support us. I got a big rally going. Imagine if the billionaires gave $1 billion. Yep. Imagine if the billionaires gave $1 billion for peace. We'd have peace on earth. Nah, we're going to give it to anybody that we want except the people that preach peace, because we hate the people that love peace. You're banned from all the media. You're outlawed. And as you know, I've been threatened to be killed. And the DA in Ulster County refuses to answer my emails. We show him all the emails that were sent to me. The state troopers are a joke. The FBI passed it on to them. Nothing. 10 telephone calls, so that when they kill that Italian faggot, which I'm not. I am Italian, but I love ladies. They don't care. But if my name was Salentowitz, oh my God, he's Jewish. Nah, he's only an Italian, a Guinea from the Bronx. He doesn't count. Yeah, that's the hypocrisy in America. Italian lives don't matter, and neither do yours, unless we change this. Thank you for tuning in. Amen and amen.